You're watching FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. We're at Surfaces 2019 in the Dixie space, and I'm here with three fine gentlemen, T.M. Nuckols, the president, and Jamann Stepp, who's in charge of hard surface, and we've got Jared Coffin, who's head of product development, right? You guys doing all right?
That's right, Kemp.
Yeah.
Doing wonderful. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Yep. All right, so let's start out talking about, I guess, what happened with Dixie in 2018. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, Kemp, as you remember last year, we had a lot of new products to launch. We had a good year last year. We grew our soft surface business, which we feel good about because carpet was definitely a challenging segment of the market. And we also made progress in our hard surface launches and growing that business. So we feel good about the year we had in 2018 and look forward to better things in 2019 as well.
Yeah, and TM, I should mention, most people know you've had this role for coming up on maybe 2 years, and you came from Invista, and you know most of the soft surface products you sell here are branded by Stainmasters, so you feel right at home here, don't you?
It certainly feel at home for a lot of reasons. So I'd worked very closely with the Dixie Group for most of the last 15, 16 years, and knew the culture very well and the people very well. So it's been a great fit and a nice transition for me. Most of the products we offer on soft surface are Stainmaster, and we're very proud of that. We offer high-end products. We offer differentiated looks and styles, and we think that plays into what the consumer's buying today in the soft surface segment.
Would I get an objective answer if I said, what's the best fiber?
Well, the best fiber is nylon 6/6, Kemp, and that's as objective as I can be any it.
All right, that's good. So we won't go into the little chain link fences and all that.
No, I'm not a chemist, so I can't give you any details on the chemistry behind it. But we certainly do prefer nylon 6/6 as our base fiber, both in our Stainmaster program as well as a new program that Jared's going to talk about here in just a little bit. But we've got a lot of new products this year. We expect to launch about 40 styles between all our divisions, including nylon and wool. And hard surfaces, we're going to grow that again this year. We're probably going to have close to 75 new SKUs in hard surfaces between luxury vinyl, SPC, WPC, and our Fabrica hardwood program. So we've got another busy year in front of us.
All right, sounds good. So Jamann, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in hard surface with detail?
Well, a lot, actually. Joined Dixie about 6 months ago, charged with improving and enhancing the hard surface arena, which we've done. Masland and Dixie Home Pet Protect have been out for about a year and a half, and we've added 11 new WPC SKUs to the Masland collection this quarter, or this year as we're rolling out January. And we've moved in a different direction for the Dixie side of the business. We've created what's behind us here, which is our True Core brand, which is our SPC collection. And in SPC this year, we're launching 27 planks, 10 tiles, in 2 different merchandising formats for the customers. So we'll have the Masland and the Dixie Home Pet Protect WPC. And then we'll have this pretty vast array of SPC through the True Core brand, which we're launching this week here in Vegas.
I should mention that you came from Cortec, and so that's they help set the wood on fire, and now you're over here helping with some of the products like that.
So I know where the bones are buried for the most part, right? So I figured most of that stuff out. But yes, I did spend some time there with Cortec building that brand, and we feel like we've got a good position with our sales force and with our team in the field with their relationships to go in and leverage those relationships to be able to become a relevant player in the hard surface category through Dixie. So we're looking forward to that. And then on the Fabrica side of the business, we've enhanced what we launched last year, which is our Fabrica Fine Wood collection. And this week we're unveiling 8 new French oak SKUs in a 9.5-inch wide format, 82-inch random length plank. So got some really good additions there. We've got 30-plus SKUs in hardwood, and as TM said, all total about 75-plus SKUs in hard surfaces. So we've got our work cut out for us.
So last year we spent a lot of time talking about the Fabrica hardwood, which is not only flooring but also up the wall, and that did well for you this year?
Well, it's funny that you say that. We've actually decided to move in a different direction from the wall. We tested the market going into the end of last year with about 100 accounts across the country, trying to get feedback to see what they're wanting, what the consumer's desiring. We made the decision probably about 2 weeks ago to kind of exit that wall strategy for now. So we're gonna revamp and look at it after we get this out. But we feel like we've got a staple 30 SKU collection of hardwood products in engineered format that they're going to meet the consumer's demand in that mid to upper price range in hardwood, and that's what we're shooting for. And even at best, we would figure the wall might be 10-12% of the volume. So we're going to focus on what the consumer's really buying and push that, and then we'll segue back into that maybe at a later date.
So 4 years ago, Dixie was purely a carpet company, well known on the upper end, and you went into hardwood, and now you're extending even further into the rigid LVT products.
And rigid is, we think between the WPC and SPC category, we see tremendous growth in that SPC category for several reasons. One being dimensional stability and its performance in both the commercial and the residential sector. It can go kind of either direction as far as installation goes. It's all about the visuals, obviously, so we want to bring trending visuals and looks, and we're obviously enhancing the tile looks from where the tile industry, the vinyl tile industry has been to where it's going today with what we're launching. We feel like really hits that stone visual, the travertines, the slates, the different types of limestones that we're introducing are kind of on trend with what's in the porcelain and the ceramic market. So we have some advantages over that in the fact that you can install a true core tile, labor and material for probably half the cost of what it costs you, especially if you live in Chicago or some metropolitan market where labor in ceramic is $7, $8, $9 a foot labor. So we think that's an advantage in that you can have that same look, the same performance, the same attributes that the porcelain and stone industry give you, and you don't have to move out of your house for a week, and you don't have to jackhammer the floor, and you don't have to be gone. So those are some good options, and we're going to push that strong in 2019.
Jared, tell us about the Dixie's classic business, the soft surface. Tell us what's going on there.
So, we're a great partner with Stainmaster. We feel like they do a lot of nice fibers. On the Dixie Home side, we've really aggressively pursuing Pet Protect this year. We've got 6 products that we'll introduce on the Dixie Home side, doing some nice value-oriented loops, pattern, and then rounding out our cup pile portion of Pet Protect products. And a couple of luxury items to do kind of some elevated, differentiated looks for the Dixie Home brand. So we feel like in general, on the Dixie Home side, we do some nice value items, but also step that brand up a little bit. Pulling Pet Protect up into the Masland side, we use that fiber to really differentiate a little bit different, where we use, we've got 3 100% Pet Protect items, doing a couple of patterns, and then a nice little tip-sheared loop item. And then we'll also use that as an accent to create some really different looks, where we've got a dyeable item and a Pet Protect solution dye fiber in there, again, just to create some differentiated look. So Masland, again, will also hit some items where we're trying to allow our dealers to drive some volume and do some nice solid business, but also give them some looks that are really relevant for the higher end.
What about Fabrica?
Fabrica just continues to push style and design to the max. With the brand promise of quality without compromise and targeting to be best in class. We've got a number of really brilliant patterns that have come out this year, and then just done some really beautiful, solid constructions that just make really nice carpet at the end of the day. So, Fabrica is kind of the shining star from a design standpoint. Really elaborate, longer color lines. I really feel good about the lineup that we've got for Fabrica as well this year.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the Fabrica brand is not only a great upper-end residential product, but it's in a marine in a big way, and actually in some some homes in Washington, so we're not supposed to talk about that, but it's a gorgeous product.
There's been a lot of wonderful projects we've done over the years, anything from some beautiful yachts for famous people to some very famous houses, and the RV business historically has been a great one for us. So that's a line that gets into a lot of neat projects by all means.
What trends are we seeing in carpet right now?
I think with all the hard surface that's going, you're just seeing differentiated product being more and more important. So much of it gets fabricated for rugs. Stairs and halls are very important. So that does kind of lead into our business, where we're doing a lot more colors, we're doing a lot more patterns. Just those differentiated products do seem to be driving trends for us.
I know it's going to have to be a guess because you sell it as broadloom and you don't know what happens to it when it gets to retail. But how much of what you sell in carpet do you think gets surged and thrown in as a rug?
A lot. So certainly there's no way to really figure the number. We've got a lot of orders that go with small cuts, and probably that's going to a rug in some capacity. We also do a lot of that ourselves, where we've got internal fabrication, both really with all 3 residential brands. So we make a lot of rugs ourselves, and I don't know that I could guess at a number, but it's got to be high for sure.
Isn't it great when you get 2 times in a square foot area? I mean, you get both the hardwood or the LVT, or you get the soft on top.
That's right. I think Jamann and I are helping each other's business with that one for sure.
All right, guys, good to catch up with you. And so again, we've been talking to TM Nuckols, Jared Coffin, and Jamann Stepp in the Dixie space, and you've been watching Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.
Thanks, Kemp.